This process is about one thing: making sure that every legal ballot is counted and protecting the right of every Floridian to participate in our democracy. And that is to have their ballot counted and to count as they intended it. Sadly, it's become clear that my opponent isn't interested in making sure that every lawful vote is counted. Instead, he's been using his power as governor to try to undermine the voting process. He's thrown around words like voter fraud with no proof. He's tried to get the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to intimidate local supervisors of election. Both the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, which Governor Scott oversees, and the Governor Scott appointed Florida Secretary of State have both said that there is no credible evidence of voter fraud. It's become obvious that Mr. Scott cannot oversee the process in a fair and impartial way, and he should remove himself from the recount process.
It is a bedrock principle of our democracy that every vote is counted, and the Senate election in Florida must abide by that rule. Every single Florida voter, whether they mailed in their ballot, whether they showed up at the polls on Election Day to vote, no matter for whom they legally cast their vote, must have their vote counted. Donald Trump wants to rush the election and not let all the votes be counted. He said Bill Nelson should concede. Before everyone's vote is counted, what is he afraid of? If he really wants an honest and fair election, President Trump will stop bullying, harassing, and lying about the vote in Florida and let the election proceed without the heavy hand of the president tipping the scales of justice. Governor Scott needs to recuse himself from any involvement in the recount and do it now. He's a contestant in this election and can't possibly be trusted to be a neutral and fair arbiter as the votes are tallied.
Why can't you answer questions?